Hey guys, welcome back to Content is Profit. Today, I'm excited to share a story about something that just happened. And if you are listening today, we're about 10 days into a challenge. And this was the moment that got me super excited on what we did this. So, to the intro. Welcome back. So, about 10 days ago, 12 days ago, we had this incredible kind of welcome back party in Content is Profit Facebook group. And it was awesome because we got to reconnect with a lot of the people that have been in our community. We got to reconnect with people that have been on our show, and everybody kind of shared their stuff. And it was like the initial 30 members and of the chance, the initial 30 people that we talked about the Find Your Voice Challenge, which, by the way, if you are in the group today and you're being part of it, thank you so much. So that day, I guess today, when I'm recording this, when I stopped the recording and we kind of went our way, I went to grab some lunch. I started thinking what are people looking for online? Like, why do people become part of a group or part of a community? And a lot of the people that we get in the studio or that we help, they're trying to build something. And especially in 2025, the word has been community. Like, how can we build an engaged community? This is from businesses, different companies. We've had different examples from B2B, like, okay, how can we build a community inside? Actually, part of, somebody that was there in the group was talking about, hey, I'm building this podcast for corporations for internal use only, nothing outside marketing, but internal use. And that to me was super interesting, right? Because how do we, create that community? Well, number one, we need to know what our community is looking for in part of why we're doing this challenge, right? Like, if you're listening to it and you're in the middle of this challenge, you'll know that we've been doing some theirs and we've been asking some questions, and it's super exciting to kind of see where the things that people ask us for us to deliver. And that makes our path and our overwhelm as a business a lot less, because then we know what problems to solve, which is the content game in general, right? Whether that's a private community or if we're outside. So for that, I'm so excited. But beyond that, what I recognized today was that we're always looking for something different. And that's something different, I feel like, is the sense of connection. And when we first started 45 Live, and for those who don't know what 45 Live is the challenge that me and Fonzie did internally for ourselves that triggered publishing and that triggered what later became Content is Profit, and then later our business and our studio and different things. So we owe basically what we do to that challenge. And for us, we're looking for a way to put our message out there, to go out and create consistency and create frequency, so we could practice our message and we could practice what we say and put out the hypothesis of content and our topics out to test in our community, which at the time was Facebook, right? We were just publishing on Facebook. So we did it once, we did it twice. For those listening to the episodes, you already know what happened. But when we decided to do it a third time and we shared this live in public, we had about 100 people that wanted to do this with us. And I think it was the year 2021 when this happened. And a lot of people were, cooked up in their homes, and they were trying to find, they didn't have access to their communities outside of their house. They didn't have access to the gyms. They didn't have access to their offices. They couldn't go out and about and meet new people. So I think part of it is a lot of people were craving that at the moment. So we got a lot of traction. We got about 100 people in the challenge to do it with us. And beyond the results of, hey, yeah, this live post went viral. This live post allowed me to connect with the person that I needed to talk to about this specific topic to move the needle forward for my business. Beyond that, what we really saw there was people connecting with each other inside of the group. So we have this guy that at the time had a coffee business, and he needed a distribution partner. And for some reason, there was somebody doing that thing in the group, and they connected, and then some business was done. And then maybe somebody, that was single was publishing about their struggle about being single and couldn't find the right person because maybe he wasn't in the right circles. And then this other person that had a very similar story looking for a connection reached out and they both, spent some time together and got to meet each other and, they created a relationship. So the consequence of being part of this group and the side effect of publishing or doing this thing together, which in our case was publishing a piece of content every single day, created these like wave of awesomeness outside of content. So I created these positive results and it created these relationships outside of the world of content that created momentum with them. So at the end of 45 Live, we only had about 10 people complete the full challenge, full 45 days. They did it all, about 10 people out of the 100, right? And then the rest of the people were still engaged. We're still doing the things, in part because we had some systems in place to keep them going, even if they missed one day, but also because of the sense of identity and community that was built there. And after that challenge was done, kind of everybody went their own places, including me and Fonzie, and that stayed dormant. And we didn't really know what to do. We're like, okay, well, the objective was X and we did it and it was awesome. Maybe we take a little break, but we missed the big picture. We missed the connection part. We missed the fact that all these people were coming from all parts of the world and connecting. So that's what led us to missing that, was what led us to kind of keep that group in quiet for a while. And after a long time thinking, we're like, how can we continue to provide that experience and value? It's like, full disclosure, we've been a production house all this time. We don't teach, we have done workshops here and there, but like we don't consider ourselves like the gurus of content, right? Like we share things that we're doing, we share things that other creators sharing our podcasts, like we document the journey, we do all these things, but we don't consider ourselves gurus. So when people were like, hey guys, we want to be part of this community, we want to be part of this thing with you guys, we didn't really know what that was until we met this incredible woman called Stacy. Shout out Stacy, who's right now, if you're in the challenge, you've probably seen her in a couple of the videos. And she was like, oh my God, guys, like your energy is so contagious. I want to be a part of this. I want to support you guys. And we basically licensed her framework on challenges, not 45 days. It's 17 days. So, by the time this is out, we'll probably almost over with it. And the initial thing that she likes to do is something called My People Party. And that's what called my attention. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Because until this point, a lot of the feedback that we get from like events online is, hey, do a webinar. Hey, do a paid thing. Hey, go sell something. Hey, invite everybody and do the three secrets and then you sell the rest. And it's almost like everybody's like desensitized to that already. Like they don't want that. That's not what people are looking for. And we've seen it. We've seen it in the industry. In the industry, it's like probably if you're executing webinars today, I think people are not responding like they were responding to these webinars and these things about 3 years ago, where they're like, oh yeah, I'm learning all these things and when I move into it, they already know what's coming. They can smell it from the first email. So that's why we were so against it. We didn't really want to create that experience. We didn't really want to copy anybody. We're like, hey man, like we've been true to ourselves publishing. We've been true to ourselves with our podcast, with our relationships, with the things that we do. How can we make it our own? How can we make it a little bit different? And that's when Stacey came in and we were like, oh my gosh, that's awesome with My People Party. I think that's a great starting point. So over the last week or so before I'm recording this, I was in an event in the Florida Keys and I immersed myself in sending specific emails and specific DMs to the people that have been on the group, inviting them to first like the My People Party and then the challenge that at the time as this recording is starting in a couple of days. But the response was, one, exciting, second, overwhelming. We had about 40 people to join the call live in there with us. We had about 20 and it was so fun to share a lot of time with them in there. And like I said at the beginning of the episode, the huge feeling, overwhelming positive feeling that I got was the new sense of community. And here's the framework of the call. If you want to try it out, like I said, it's called My People Party. I basically said, hey guys, I lean in the fact that the group has been inactive for a long time. And I'm like, look, we're done with this. We're ready to get things started again. We're going to go and we're going to meet on Zoom if you want to come in and join. It's completely free. We're going to hang out. We're going to network, and we're going to go from there. So when we joined, Stacy was there. Obviously, the objective is, hey, we're doing this, but at the same time, we wanted to let people know about the challenge that's starting on the 12th. That's already on our way. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go, Luis, why don't you share why we're doing this? So I share what we're doing it in part to revive the group, to get connected again. We felt like we've been disconnected for a long time. And I think a lot of people in our community can benefit from knowing each other. And then from that moment on, we went one by one, introducing ourselves and kind of sharing what we do and how we do it really quick. And then what started to happen was awesome. This was not planned. Is in the chat, we're like, oh my gosh, I need that. Oh my gosh, like this was so cool. Can we connect? Hey, oh my God, like what you just said was like really impactful. And it turns out that two of the members actually lived across each other in the same city and they did not know about it. So they immediately started chatting with each other inside of Zoom, and they coordinated a meeting, and now collaboration happens and is a win-win for everybody. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is it. This is what we're looking for in this world of online content, of online locations, or everything has to be online through FaceTime or through a camera. It's like we crave these connections. That's why events are so powerful. And this My People party was awesome. So Fonzie was kind of like running the things behind the scenes, and he's like, hey, share this with them. And he shared like a Google document that we got from a different event that was really impactful. Oh, sorry, I got something on my eye. There we are. And in that little Excel sheet, we had, name, LinkedIn profile, email, phone number, how can I help and what do I need help with? And it was incredible because as soon as we put it up there for everybody started filling it up. And now connections can be made, and now, moving the needle forward can be made. And that's probably something that's been happening in the group right now as, we're running this challenge. So again, fast forward, we end up the meeting, we announce the challenge, everybody's excited, they want to be a part of it, which by the way is completely free. So if you're listening to this for the first time, just go to Content is Profit in Facebook, in Facebook group, it'll show up. Or you can go also to bizros.co/monetize. It will ask you to download our monetization guide, and then you can go from there into the Facebook group. We're happy to have you and host you and start doing these things. But after that was done, I sat down and I was reflecting. We're not out here to get tactics and things, and maybe some are. But after that high is done, after we've read the lead magnet, after we read the email, we need a place to go share it. We need a place to connect with other people that are going through the same challenges as we are. We need a place where we're connecting and we're collaborating to solve our own problems. And that's why I'm so excited and motivated to do this, is because Business Creator Club is the next stage, and that location and that space, online first, is the place where we're going to start creating those relationships and moving the needle forward. So yes, we'll continue to produce content. We'll continue to have the agency. If you're interested, happy to do that. But at the same time, I think as business creators, we need a space where we can share our wins, our pains, and go and collaborate and find the other people that are going to help us move the needle forward. So I just come here today to share my thoughts on what happened, on, I guess, reaffirming my own thoughts on like, this is the right thing that we're going to do. It felt good when we saw everybody connecting, and the organizer and Stacy texted me right after, like, oh my gosh, like your people are awesome. And it's like, no, they're not my people. They're like, I'm theirs almost, right? The people that are in the group are so good, high energy, so willing to collaborate, to help, to support. And that's what we want in a community. So if you are planning on a community, or if you have a very successful community, I would love to hear from you. I would love to bring you on the show and continue to have this conversation. But for us, this journey is just starting on that side. So for those kind of keeping track of what's going on in the world of BizBros, you can go to bizbros.co/monetize or /45, the number 45 live. That's going to take you to our two resources that we have live at the moment, and then into the Facebook group. You can also be part of the challenge that's being hosted right there. And then you can go into Business Creator Club. And then for those that want production, we have the studio. You're more than welcome to come to Jacksonville, Florida, studiopodcastsuites.com. And If you want something a little more robust when it comes to podcast episodes, YouTube videos, clips, you can join us at Content Momentum. Just send me a DM. I'm happy to help you out. So for now, that's the ecosystem. That's what we've been working on so hard to provide. And any feedback is welcome. We are a lean team, lean and mean, but we're doing our best to keep up and support you in any of these spaces when it comes to publishing and right now, the community. So if you have any ideas for events, we had somebody in there too that's in the world of yachts and they're doing an incredible meetup. So, we've been talking about, should we do a meetup in a yacht? That would be awesome. But anyways, lots of fun things. And thank you for allowing me to share with you here in the channel, in the podcast. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next episode. Take care.